Welcome everyone to the special council meeting of the 26th of October. We'll open the meeting at 4 p.m. I'll run through the declaration of opening and announcements. Acknowledgement of country. I acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land, the Wandani people of the Noongar Nation, paying respects to elders past, present and emerging. I declare the meeting open to the public and welcome the public gallery. Good to see you along today. The meeting is being live streamed and recorded in accordance with Council Policy EMCP-2. The meeting is, so I'm going to state the following. The meeting is being live streamed and digitally recorded in accordance with Council Policy. Members of the public are reminded that no visual or audio recording of this meeting by any other means is allowed without the permission of the chairperson. Whilst every endeavour has been made to only record those who actively are participating in the meeting, loud comments or noises from the gallery may be picked up in the recording. Attendance, we have all councillors elect in attendance. Lauren, Sam, please make a note of members in the public gallery. I'm Kim Dolzadelli, the Acting Chief Executive Officer for the Shire of Donnybrook Balingup. To my right is Mr. Roscoe Marshall, our Director of Operations. To my left immediately is Miss Lauren Clifford, who's our current Manager of Executive Services. And next to Lauren is Sam Farquhar, who's our Administration Officer for Executive Services. Once again, welcome to you all. We have an apology from the substantive Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Ben Rose. We have no leave of absence. Announcements by the presiding member, and if this confuses people, I'll just I guess just give you a bit of a rundown as to why I'm here and I'm presiding the meeting. Post actual formal election, as in the ballot and the counting and the results, councillors or elected members are referred to councillors-elect, and therefore they're not actually councillors, until they've taken the declaration for their position as councillors, and that will occur today. So the Act basically prescribes that in that situation the CEO or acting CEO is to preside at the meeting until such time that a Shire President is elected by the newly formed council. Announcements from presiding member. Look, I do have an announcement, or just a few words that I'd like to say. Certainly the last 12-month period has been, for want of a better description, very interesting. We've had our trials and tribulations, but I think we've pulled through that, and I think what I see in front of me at this table is a great representation of our community. I think we've got a lot of talent come to council, so I'd like to formally extend my congratulations to the newly elected members of the council. I think the moment actually marks a really significant milestone in our local government's history, and we're all raring to go and ready to embrace fresh leadership and commitment to our community. Your local government shapes our community's future, and the journey ahead holds many opportunities to make a positive difference. You're not alone on this journey. You have the support of your fellow council members, and certainly have the full backing of the Shire administration as well. Please engage with our residents, listen to their concerns and involve them in shaping our local government for more inclusive and effective governance. May your journey be marked by success, unity and legacy of a positive change for our community. Welcome. Swearing in of new councillors. I'm going to invite our former Commissioner and our special guest today, Gail McGowan, to invite each councillor-elect to undertake the oath or affirmation of allegiance and declaration of office.
Now, bearing in mind the live stream, one thing I didn't check was where is best. So if we come up
Gail,
yes.
I think potentially if you do come up here,
And if we then get...
I will remove myself. We'll make the view a little bit better.
Thank you, Kim, and I shall remain standing, and congratulations to you all and welcome. Now, there is an order, I think, is there, Lauren, or not at all? Alphabetical order? Okay, well that makes Mr Bailey first, I think. John, would you please come up and join me here? I'm going to ask you to actually sign your name and just put your, address, but not the full address, given it's live streamed. And whoops, that one's not going to work on me.
Just want to sign here.
Yes. And now, if you actually read your declaration, thank you.
I, Walter John Bailey of Balingup, having been elected to the office of Councillor of the Shire of Donnybrook Balingup, declare that I will take upon myself and with duly, faithfully, honestly and with integrity fulfil the duties of the office of the people in the district according to the best of my judgment and ability. I will observe the Code of Conduct adopted by the Shire of Donnybrook Balingup under section 5.104 of the Local Government Act 1995.
Thank you, John. And I think, would you like to actually make any comments? You can sit down and make that for, I think, for a couple of minutes if you'd like to.
Councillors, there's a need out there from the people for a code of conduct, the way council reacts with the people. Sections of the community are already working on that, but I'd love to see that come from this group of people here. We need to explain to them that we're going to hear them, we're going to care for them, and we're going to take notice. And we have to have constraints on how a handful of people can tie us up to mass multi-million-dollar deals and loans without their approval. And I urge you to all get on board and reach out to the people and explain to them there is a new way of doing a business for the Shire. Thank you.
Good. Thank you, John, and congratulations. Could I now invite Alexis to come forward? Welcome, Alexis, and congratulations.
Thank you.
So if I can ask you to make your declaration. Yes. Oh, yes, beg your just sign it there. And if you can read that out for me.
Sure. I, Alexis Davey of Beelarup, Western Australia, having been elected to the office of Councillor of the Shire of Donnybrook Balingup, declare that I take the office upon myself and will duly, faithfully, honestly and with integrity fulfil the duties of the office for the people in the district according to the best of my judgment and ability, and will observe the Code of Conduct adopted by the Shire of Donnybrook Balingup under section 5.104 of the Local Government Act 1995.
Thank you. Congratulations. Would you like to say a few words?
I'd just like to say thank you to the electors out there that put their faith in me, and I will do my best to deliver good outcomes for them.
Now I'd like to invite Lisa Glover to come forward. Congratulations, Lisa.
Thank you.
Now I'll ask you to do that bit too for me. So if you just sign it. And then read the declaration.
I, Lisa Glover of Donnybrook, Western Australia, have been elected to office of Councillor of the Shire of Donnybrook Balingup, or having been, declare that I'll take the office upon myself with duly, faithfully, honestly and with integrity fulfil the duties of the office for the people in the district according to the best of my judgment and ability, and will observe the Code of Conduct adopted by the Shire of Donnybrook Balingup under section 5.104 of the Local Government Act of 1995.
Thank you, Lisa, and would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, just to say thank you to the members of the Shire that actually voted for me and put some faith in me to return to the position here in council. Thank you.
Now I'll invite Peter Gubler. Thank you, Peter. I'll get you to sign there for me.
I just did that.
Yeah,
Just there.
just there.
That all?
Yes.
Yeah, I, Peter Gubler of Maloliup, having been elected to the office of Council of the Donnybrook Balingup Shire, declare that I take the office upon myself and will duly, faithfully, honestly and with integrity fulfil the duties of the office for the people in the district according to the best of my integrity, best of my judgment, ability, and observe the codes of conduct adopted by the Shire of Donnybrook Balingup under section 5.104 of the Local Government Act 1995.
Thank you, Peter. And would you like to say a few words as
I'd
well?
just like to thank all the electors that voted, had faith in electing me again to the office of Councillor on the Donnybrook Shire. So thank you very much.
Anita Lindemann, if I can invite you forward. Just fill that.
Thank you.
Got the longest surname.
Aha. And do you want me to fill this in?
Yes, if you could, thank you. And I'll get you to sign there at the end. Okay, if you could read your declaration.
I, Anita Lindemann of Donnybrook, have been elected to the office of Councillor of the Shire of Donnybrook Balingup. Declare that I take the office upon myself and will duly, faithfully, honestly and with integrity fulfil the duties of the office for the people in the district according to the best of my judgment and ability, and will observe the code of conduct adopted by the Shire of Donnybrook Balingup under section 5.104 of the Local Government Act 1995.
And congratulations, Anita.
Thank you.
And would you like to say a few words?
Oh, people know I like a little philosophy from time to time. I read this once before, so I'm going to read it to you again. Firstly, I'll say thank you. Thank you for electing me and having the faith that you have put into me to do this job. And it's pretty overwhelming, to be honest, but thank you, and I'll always work hard to do my best. This is written by Theodore Roosevelt. It is not the critic who counts, nor the one who points out how strong the person stumbled or where the doer of a deed could have done better. The credit belongs to the person who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred with dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs and comes up short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. Who does actually strive to do deeds, who knows the great enthusiasms, the great devotion, spends oneself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at worst, if he or she fails, at least fails while daring greatly. Far better is to dare mighty things, to win glorious triumphs, even though checkered by failure, than to rank with those timid spirits who neither enjoy nor suffer much because they live in the grey twilight that knows neither victory nor defeat. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is Vivian. Invite Vivian McCarthy up. Thank you. Piece of paper.
Full address?
Yeah, but you don't need to read the full address.
Okay.
Just if you sign on that top line for me. and then read the declaration. Into the, so just.
I, Vivian McCarthy of Donnybrook, have been elected to the office of Councillor of the Shire of Donnybrook Balingup, declare that I take office upon myself and will duly, faithfully, honestly and with integrity fill the duties of the office for the people in the district according to the best of my judgment and ability. And I will observe the Code of Conduct adopted by the Shire of Donnybrook Balingup under section 5.104 of the Local Government Act 1995.
Congratulations, Vivian. And would you like to say a few words?
I would.
please?
Firstly, I'd like to recognise the team of 17 candidates that started out in this journey. I felt very much a lot of camaraderie in that team, and then congratulate the 9 candidates who were successful. And I really look forward to working with you. It's going to be a blast. Okay, thank you.
With Anne Mitchell, please. There you are. I can choose. You just sign that first, love.
Oh, in there, fine. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I, Anne Mitchell of Donnybrook, having been elected a office of Councillor of the Shire of Donnybrook Balingup, declare that I take upon myself and will duly, faithfully, honestly, with integrity fulfil the duties of the office for the people of the district according to my best judgment, ability, and will observe the Code of Conduct adopted by the Shire of Donnybrook Balingup under 5.104 of the Local Government Act 1995.
Thank you. Well done. And would you like to say a few?
I will.
Yes.
I'll just hang on to this.
yes.
Yeah. If I may, thank you to those that elected me. I put my hand up. I just kept a low profile and gave people the opportunity. If they wanted sincere integrity moving forward, that I would be here to support them. I think my 12 years through quite tumultuous times has actually proved I can do it and stay the distance. And I can honestly say that I will duly, faithfully, honestly, with integrity fulfil the duties and abiding by the Code of Conduct. I absolutely, they're not hollow words. That's what supported me through the last 12 years and going forward for the next 2. That's what I intend. Thank you.
Well, yes, Grant Patrick, if I could get Grant up. Thank you. There's your sign.
Do you want the full address there?
Yes,
The full address?
you don't.
Yep.
Top line.
Yep. Alrighty. G'day. So I, Grant Patrick of Balingup, having been elected to the office of Councillor of the Shire of Donnybrook Balingup, declare that I will take the office upon myself and will duly, faithfully, honestly and with integrity fulfil the duties of the office for the people in the district, according to the best of my judgment and ability, and will observe the Code of Conduct adopted by the Shire of Donnybrook Balingup under section 5.104 of the Local Government Act 1995.
Thank you, Grant.
Thanks.
Well done.
And look, I don't have a lot to say. Thank you to those that have put their faith in a relative newcomer and someone with absolutely no experience working on a council in local government. I promise that I will do my best to, well, I'll not just do my best, but I will stand by the words that I just spoke and do my best for the community and encourage people to get in touch with me. I don't know a lot of people in the community, but look forward to getting to know not just my other councillors, but the rest of the community over the next coming years. So thank you.
And last but not least, certainly Deanna Shand. you to do that. Just top line.
This one, yeah. I, Deanna Shand of Yabberup, having been elected to the office of Councillor of the Shire of Donnybrook Balingup, declare that I take the office upon myself and will duly, faithfully, honestly and with integrity fulfil the duties of the office for the people in the district according to the best of my judgment and ability, and I will observe the Code of Conduct adopted by the Shire of Donnybrook Balingup under Section 5, 104 of the Local Government Act 1995.
Thank you.
I would like to thank those who elected me, and again, probably echoing Grant's words, having not been in the Shire for very long, I count it a real privilege and an honour to be standing here, and will not only abide by what I've just said, but will use wisdom and discernment in the decisions I make. I welcome people to contact me. I kind of had the open door policy, maybe not to my home, but definitely into my heart. So thank you.
Thank you, Deanna. Thank you, presiding member as well. I'm just going to say nothing gives me greater pleasure than I think as of about 30 seconds ago, I can now refer to myself as a former commissioner for the Shire of Donnybrook Balingup. As I said at the final meeting, it has been one of the privileges of my professional career to work with the community and the staff over this period of time. You have a great team that has been elected. I look forward to seeing you grow, thrive, sort of work together for the benefit of the community, and also work with the administration and staff, because, as I've said over and over again, it really is an amazing community and deserves the very best. So thank you to everyone for their support over that time. And I'll hand back now to Kim.
Thank you, Carl. Okay, now we actually have councillors. It's a great thing. First, the next order of business is the election of the Shire President. Before moving into that process, I just wanted to, I guess for the benefit of not just council members, but the benefit of those in the gallery and perhaps those watching online, just give it a little bit of a rundown in terms of how the vote is conducted. First things first, in terms of nominating for Shire President, individual can either nominate themselves, and they could do that in writing prior to the meeting, or they could do that in writing at the meeting once I call for nominations, or they can do it verbally at the meeting. If somebody else nominates another person, that other person has to accept that nomination. In terms of the actual voting itself, it is the new system of optional preferential voting. So it's not just marking number one, although you may do that. Dependent upon the number of candidates that run for this office, there may be a countback situation. So I probably would suggest, but just know that if we have, for example, I don't know, any more than two candidates, we're not going to get a majority, or potentially not get a majority. Okay? In that instance, what would happen is the person with the lowest votes, effectively their second preferences would be allocated out to the two remaining candidates in the case of three running for that position, and four as well. If we were in a situation where we had three candidates and everybody got 3 votes, we'd actually be drawing names out of a hat, for want of a better description. It's not quite that simple, but effectively it would be a little bit of a game of luck in terms of 3 candidates, 3 votes each. Somebody's going to get drawn out of a receptacle, which I think Lauren had there before, which is a nice looking chook bucket. In that instance, the person that is picked out, they would be excluded from the process, and their second votes would be allocated to the remaining 2 candidates for the position. The same process is run for the deputy president position. I won't preside over that. Once we have elected a shire president, the shire president will then come and sit in this place and preside. Obviously, it's first meeting. The administration is here to help that person if they do need help. In terms of the physical conduct of the election itself, I have Lauren here, so I'll oversee the process. Lauren Ross will be doing a lot of the doing. And look, just before I proceed to call for nominations, particularly from the members of council, is there any question in regard to the process that you would like answered at all prior to calling for nominations? No? Okay, I've got a lot of that, so hopefully the explanation I've given is enough to allow you to understand the process. So up until the commencement of the meeting, I had 1 written nomination. Am I seeing 2? Yes, absolutely. So the first nomination in writing was received by Councillor Vivian McCarthy. And the second... I'm just going to clarify this. No, that's not it. Lauren, you sent me an email. My apologies. I received an email from Anita, and that email states that she will be nominating for Shire President. Can I confirm that you're nominating? Yes? Yes? Thank you. So 2 nominations. Councillor Vivian McCarthy and Councillor Anita Lindeman. They're the 2 that have been received prior to the meeting in writing. They're the only 2 that I've received. I will now open it up to and invite nominations from the group. Any further nominations? I'll give you a little bit of time to ponder. Unless you're all shaking your head at me. I just want people to have enough time. I don't want to push anything. So I really want everybody to have a real opportunity to consider what they're doing.
This is going to be pretty simple because I'm withdrawing.
Okay, Councillor Lindeman has withdrawn.
I'll nominate. I think that's a healthy thing. Thank you.
Councillor Anne Mitchell has nominated. We're going to leave it 1 more minute. I'm going to time it on my clock. Or are we good? No, because Councillor Mitchell has nominated herself, so she doesn't need anybody else. No more nominations? Okay, I'm going to close the nominations. Thank you both for nominating for the position of Shire President. Lauren? Yep, Yep. So we're just going to print the ballot papers. Because we have two candidates, we should have, if everybody places a vote, we should have a clear outcome, and we'll be in the position where we can nominate announce the new Shire President for the Shire of Donnybrook Balingup. Who's printing it? Okay, lovely.
Kim, is it possible to, while we're waiting to speak, 2 minutes to speak to the nomination, is that allowed or not?
Yes. Absolutely. And I was certainly going to allow both candidates for the presidential election to have time to speak. Would be handy if we could keep it to around about the 2 minute mark. I would probably invite each of you one by one to actually come and sit up here and use this mic if you would like to. That way everybody can see you, they're not looking at your back, and also those watching on live stream will be able to see you as well. Thank you, Anne.
Okay. Cushion. Thank you very much. I nominate myself after giving it great thought, believe it or not. I was just waiting to see the lay of the land. I have time restrictions. I have a job. However, the President's job, should I be elected, will come first. I'm in a position where I can resign or cut down from my work. I feel that I am well suited because I do know the lay of the land. I know the political, I do understand that being President is really only about 30% of the job of the President. I will undertake to promote Donnybrook Balingup Shire in every way possible. I absolutely will abide by the oath I've just made. I will undertake to, and I think my runs on the board show that we can have a very strong debate and then turn around and vote for the person who we were in debate against, and we mightn't have been happy about some resolutions. However, I've never believed we've had a dysfunctional council. In 12 years, we never had a set vote on a set way on every single item. So I think it's also important to know that places like committees like Regional Road Group, that brings enormous funding into the community. You have to be there working the room behind the scenes. LEMAC, the local area emergency management. You have to know the community and feel and know where the fires are, what's going to happen, who will be affected. So it's this long and lengthy knowledge of this community, and also the knowledge that I have got the strength, the fortitude and the spine. You will tip the balance at 30 seconds to go. I know that I've got the strength and the fortitude to stand on my principles, what I believe in, and not be swayed by pressure. So I really do, I stood to give you the, I'm really committed to the cause. As you can see, I can speak on the fly. 30 seconds. And that is what you have to do. You have to understand your community, you've got to understand the room you're in, and then be able to adjust and modify with never leaving your true sense and your true belief and beliefs in your community and your values. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Mitchell. If I could invite Councillor McCarthy.
My primary motive for nominating and in the first place was always to help our community move forward. And to do this, I plan to work hard in a full-time capacity to establish an inclusive council who has the behaviours of accountability, honesty, transparency. And I believe so fully in those values and establishing those behaviours in our group that I hope that we can also establish together a ways of working. And if I could tell you how pleased I was to see how we workshopped together in our induction day and how we immediately were able to throw up all of our collective ideals of what we wanted to do as a council. And then if we can overlay those aims with our values and behaviours, I think we'll be there. And to quote Walt Disney, he said, if you're clear with your values, if your values are clear, your decisions are easy. And I believe we can restore whatever, if it's perception or whatever it might be, we can restore that united vision of council in Donnybrook, Balingup Shire. I'd like to talk a little bit about communications too, just to say how I would perceive communications would be, and that would be to work together to establish what we want to communicate to the Shire, the community, and how frequently we want to do it. It doesn't have to be a script, it doesn't have to be a set time frame. Whatever we've got some news to say, we will dispense it, and we will agree what we want to say. And so where we've had the Commissioner's update, we'll have a Councillor's update, a Council update. So I have a lot of vision of how we can work collaboratively together, and I hope we can also invite feedback. I hope we can self-appraise our performance and mark a line in the sand and say, how are we doing? Every 3 months, every 6 months, and have an agreed way that we will appraise ourselves. I hope that we can invite feedback, and I hope we can do our regular workshops and work together. Other than that, I would just like to say how connected I am with community. There was a time in my life where I had 3 young boys and couldn't find work because in those days, mums of little kids couldn't find work because we were considered unreliable. I relied on my community to get by. I was heavily reliant on them. And I see this opportunity for me now to return that favour. In April '89, a member of our community recommended me for an accounts payable role at Millennium Chemicals in Australind, and my career actually took off from there. And for the next 4 years, I proudly cycled 16 kilometres to and from that job. So my experience of community goes as deep as it can possibly go and continues to touch my heart today. Scroll forward to September this year, now retired, and 2 days before my nominations of candidates closed, I realised there was an opportunity to circle back and give back to my community the gift of my career that they once gave to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor McCarthy, and I'll probably give you both a little bit of leeway on that 2 minutes, but I think we did okay. Okay, so I'm just going to sign all the formal ballot papers, and then we'll commence the process.
Secret ballot? That's secret ballot when they...
Yeah. So it is a secret ballot. Lauren will come around with the ballot papers, which I have initialed the back of. In the case that, pens would be handy. Yeah. Can I just say, given that it's 2 candidates running, there is no need to put a second choice. Can I also say that whether you put a one-way tick in one of the boxes, I will accept them as a vote for that individual. A one or a tick. A one or a tick. Across won't be counted. box, and then we're going to rattle them around, and then we're going to take them out. Oop. We don't know whose they are. Councillors and members of the public gallery and those who are watching on live stream. Thank you to the two candidates that put their names forward for the important position of Shire President of the Shire of Donnybrook Balingup. It takes a lot of effort and a lot of investment to take on that role, so thank you both. We've concluded the verification and count of the election of Shire President, and Councillor McCarthy received 6 votes and Councillor Mitchell received 3 votes. I duly congratulate our new Shire President, Councillor Vivian McCarthy. Well done. Yes. So now what we will do is the Shire President needs to be sworn into that position. So Gail will undertake that. For the most part, that is the end of me for the night. Now that we have a Shire President, the Shire President will now reside for the remainder of the meeting and will call for nominations for the position of Deputy President. Thank you.
Thank you. And inviting our President-elect up, can I say congratulations to both Anne and Vivian, because I think it's, you know, right the way through, having 17 candidates for election and then having 2 people, it gives people choice, and it's just a great outcome, and I'm sure you'll work constructively. So if I can ask you now, Vivian, to come forward And if you can now do the new oath as president.
Is it the same oath?
Yes. Is it the same? Yes, it's pretty well the same oath. Just change a couple of words. You're president.
Here? Wasn't it? there?
Just sign there, yes. Okay. Thank you. And if you had enough 2 minutes worth, I think I'll invite you to say a couple of things and take the chair. So thank you. Yes. Yes. Sorry. Oh, yes, you have to say your declaration. Sorry, you have to say. Oh, whoops. I'm getting ahead of myself.
I, Vivian McCarthy of Donnybrook, having been elected to the office of President of the Shire of Donnybrook Balingup, declare that I take office upon myself and will duly, faithfully, honestly, and with integrity follow the duties of the office for the people in the district according to the best of my judgment and ability. I will observe the Code of Conduct adopted by the Shire of Donnybrook Balingup under Section 5.104 of the Local Government Act 1995.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And in handing over to Vivian, I think I will just make the final remark of the incoming CEO, Gary Hunt, when he was doing the induction, when I was here for that bit, he talked around the role of President being one of influence, but equally, you know, it is a full council and you are now leading a team. So congratulations and good luck.
Thank you, Guy. Got the buttons.
Just pull that down to which is, yeah.
Okay. I can't see a lot, but I am absolutely honoured to be sitting here in this role as your new president. I'd like to go back right to the start and thank again the team of 17 candidates and congratulate the 12 councillors that are sitting around me. I feel very proud to be amongst you, incredibly proud. As I said, my primary motive for nominating and for now becoming president is to help our community move forward. And I believe we are in a wonderful position to do that. And I'm so excited that we can provide all these fresh faces that are keen to go. I've talked about values and I've talked about how I feel about communications, and I've asked you to invite feedback. I've asked you to give feedback rather, I'm inviting it. And there's nothing more really than what I've said earlier, but I'm just honoured. I'm absolutely honoured. Thank you.
First speech as Shire President. Congratulations, Vivian. So now, if we just move on to business. So it's for the election of Deputy Shire President. To date, the administration hasn't received any formal
So we're calling for nominations?
So I'm happy to give a rundown. I think we're all across the voting, aren't we?
Tick in the one?
Yeah.
We're right with the tick in the one?
Yeah. So really, all you need to do is just open up invitation for
Okay.
Nominations.
I would like to invite nominations for the role of Vice President.
Deputy Shire President.
Deputy Shire President.
Yeah.
We've been calling it the wrong thing, guys. Peter? You'd like to nominate Lisa Glover by Peter?
Lisa needs to formally accept, even if it is verbally. Just ask Lisa if she wants
Would you like to formally accept that nomination, Lisa?
I would be honoured to accept that nomination. Thank you.
Thank you.
You have to knock it back. I'd like to nominate Alexis Davey.
Alexis, would you like to accept the nomination?
No, thank you.
Would you like a little more time to think of nominations? No? Do we close nominations?
Yeah, I just.
Okay. Last call. Would anyone else like to nominate for the role of Deputy Shire President? Okay, we'll close nominations and move on to the election. Right. We'd like to announce Councillor Lisa Glover elected unopposed to the position of Deputy Shire President, and congratulate you as well.
Declaration.
Lisa, would you like to come up to take your declaration? Thanks.
Show the other side.
Will you?
Thank you, Kim.
Congratulations. And you get to do it all again.
Thank you, Gail. Yes. Okay, so. I, Lisa Glover of Donnybrook, WA, having been elected to the officer of Deputy President of the Shire of Donnybrook Balingup, declare that I take the office upon myself and will duly, faithfully, honestly and with integrity fulfil the duties of the office for the people in the district according to the best of my judgment and ability, and will observe the code of conduct adopted by the Donnybrook Balingup Shire under section 5.104 of the Local Government Act of 1995. Everybody.
If I may, through you, Madam President, we're just working out who's sitting where, given now that we know who is our deputy and who is our Shire President. That does impact on where people sit. The seating arrangements are actually allocated in accordance with the meeting procedures local law of the Shire of Donnybrook Balingup. So you'll see up on screen now. And I'll hand it back to the Shire President.
Just before we do that, Gail, I'd like to thank you. I'm not going to repeat Kim's message from our last council meeting, other than to say thank you for encouraging candidates to step up for election. At a time when we thought we struggled to achieve a quorum, we saw a talent pool of 17 candidates come up on our ballot paper, and I think that was a lot to do with yourself. You went on to provide insights and guidance to the candidate process, and I speak for most when I say we welcomed your encouragement. And thank you very much for this process. Now, seating arrangements, which are prescripted. Do we just call them out one by one and people do a shuffle?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think everybody can see it up on screen.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yep. No, that's here.
Councillor Bailey, that side?
Yep.
Yes. Davey. Peter. Anita's in the right place. They all know their place.
Pretty much.
Anne. So we are now in accordance with section 6.1 of the Shire of Donnybrook Baling Up meeting procedures in our alphabetic order. The position of the council table it for each member. Is this is called the council?
Yes.
Okay.
And announce the next vote of the...
Okay. Before we close, I'd just like to thank for everyone who's attended here in the room today, and also anyone who's watching online. We've achieved great things tonight. I'd like to just say here the agenda briefing session will commence. Our next get-together will be the agenda briefing session, which will commence at 2 p.m. on the 15th of November 2023, which is a Wednesday, prior to the ordinary council meeting, which will commence at 5 p.m. on the 22nd of November 23 here in this chamber. Have we covered everything?
We've covered all the formalities, but I would ask all councillors to remain in the chamber so that we can get some photos of you all, if you would please, and just formally close the meeting at whatever the time is.
What is the time? Okay, we declare the meeting closed right on 5 p.m.
Oh, no.
Well done.
Oh. All right.